Hello, welcome to Multiple Oppositions Magic. I am super excited to show you how to play this deck. When I was working on multiple oppositions decks before, I kept running into the problem that the best thing for this type of therapy is for a skilled speech clinician to pick the contrast words for their child based on the evaluation, stimulability, and the child's specific phonetic inventory. How do I make a pre-made deck so that clinicians can do that? Well, I think I figured it out. This deck includes words to target a phoneme collapse, as well as using the multiple opposition strategy to work on final consonant deletion. We are going to look at collapse to B with the word bow. The child is going to say bow for all the words on this card. That is the kind of speech sound disorder that this deck is really designed for. What you, the skilled clinician, are going to be able to do on this deck is pick the best 4 words for your child. Each card has 12 to 18 words in a scrollable text box. Let's say that your child sometimes says the N correctly in words, but almost all other words are B. You might pick no as one of the words because you want your child to feel at least some success as they're practicing. So each card has a scrollable text box and then pictures that are in order to go with the words. Then they were a little bit stimulable for L, so you pick low to work on that sound. So you scroll down and go down to the low battery picture. The first 2 cards contain easier words and the last 2 contain harder words with blends, digraphs, and more complex syllable shapes. So let's say I want to work on a 2-syllable word to work on more complex word shapes because this child also did not really have any complex syllable shapes, mostly CV in their inventory. Of course, this hypothetical child. So I'm going to work on window. I know they can say the N already, so this might be a good 2-syllable word for them to try to get that N in the middle. Finally, I might want a digraph or a consonant blend. Every card has a lot of those to choose from, so looking at the choices, I choose snow because I know my child can say the N sound and I want to work on that S blend to add some 2-element consonant blends to their inventory because this hypothetical child also has cluster reduction and all blends were 1 sound and usually B as well. So all clusters were B. Now, I, the skilled clinician, have carefully chosen the specific words for the child based on the evaluation and the child's specific needs, and I've done all that in a pre-made boom deck. Wow, that's pretty cool. As you practice, your child earns magic wands to get to go take a turn in a magic game. There are 4 magic games in this deck, and I am so excited to tell you about them. They're going to be so fun and motivating for your little ones. We do need to motivate them to talk because they have a very severe speech sound disorder, and I just know that these 4 games will make that happen. The first game is called Monster Magic. Every game, if you click this question mark, it will tell you how to play. Monster Magic. The kids at the magic school are playing Monster Magic. They're trying to turn the other team into monsters. The team with the most kids at the end of the game wins. Use the magic wand to turn a kid into a monster. Use the anti-monster potion to turn back into a kid. If you get a book, go study more magic and your turn is over. To start, you're going to say a color and a number, so you can work on that as well in this deck with your littles. Numbers 1 through 10 and colors. I have no idea what's under the game cards because every time you play, they'll be in different positions for endless replay. So I'm purple and I pick 5 yellow. I got a wand and I'll use that to turn a blue team member into a monster. I can use the wand with sound effects for fun. Then it's blue team's turn, and they pick 4 yellow. They got anti-monster potion. They can use that to turn the monster back into a kid. I can use the potion with sound effects for fun. I pick yellow 10. I got potion, but I don't have any monsters on my team. I can take a bottle of potion and save it on my shelf to use for later. Blue team's turn. They pick green 5. They got a magic wand, a magic book, which means they have to go study. Their turn's over. Purple's turn. Green 8. A wand, which I use to turn a blue kid into a monster. Blue turn. Green 2. A wand. They turn purple into a monster. Purple's turn. I have a potion on my shelf, and I can use that to turn myself back into a kid. So I'm going to do that now. I also get a card because you get a card on every turn. I pick yellow 7, and I get to turn another kid into a monster. At the end of the game, when all the cards are clicked, the team with the most kids wins the game. So if this was the end of the game, purple would win because they have more kids, 4 kids, as opposed to blue that has 2 kids on their team. So that's how you play Monster Magic. There are 3 more magic games that you can play in this deck. Poof Magic, you're trying to make your magic teacher disappear. Unicorn Magic, you're hunting magical creatures in a forest, and the team that gets the most points wins. Finally, in Flying Magic, you're racing across the stars in the night sky, and the team that gets to the end first wins. Multiple oppositions is most commonly used for phoneme collapse, but if you have tried other strategies such as minimal pairs for final consonant deletion, and you have a total collapse, meaning all consonants are deleted in the final position, this strategy might work. So you would be comparing B to words such as beep, bean, bees, beach. Again, you, the skilled clinician, are going to pick the best words for your specific child. Finally, the deck includes a blank card. There are no pictures, but you can type in any words that you want. So this could be used for multiple oppositions of a collapse that's not included in this deck already, such as M, or really any words and any speech strategy that you can think of, you can use on this blank deck. So let's say I just wanted to use the deck to target the K sound in regular articulation drill type. I can type in a carrier phrase up here, like I can see, and then I would type in the words that I wanted to use, like cow, key, kite, cone. I could even use this for the sentence level. This is a really big box, so I could type in, I want an ice cream cone. Then I can earn my magic wands just like the other games, and I can use my magic wands that I earned to go play magic reinforcer games. I hope you have so much fun with the Multiple Oppositions Magic deck by Coils Communication.